everyone, my name is Teal Getcho and I am the lead researcher on this project. As the lead researcher, my work in Grand Riviera on the north coast of Trinidad and Tobago seeks to answer the overarching question: could high nest density be affecting hatching success at the world's densest leatherback nesting beach? Alongside community members, we set out to understand how nest density affects internal nest conditions, the stage of embryonic death, and overall hatching success over our 3 field seasons. Here's a look back at 2025.
My name is Len Peters. I'm the chairman of the Grand Riviera Nature Tortoise Association. We're a community-based conservation organization tasked with the responsibility to manage the highest density nesting site for leatherbacks in the world. Leatherbacks nest on over 700 beaches around the world, so having the highest density beach is something very important. However, when turtles lay their eggs, these eggs are deposited beneath the sand, almost 80 centimeters down. And while we manage what occurs on top of the sand, that is the females, we don't have a clue really what's going on under the sand, how the dynamics of high density impacts nesting success.
You push aside the sand, and we dig in the leather box. You're going so, and you're going so.
During the course of incubation, we monitored nest temperature and respiratory gases, including oxygen and CO2. As a byproduct of this research, this project gives nests that would otherwise have died a second chance and also strengthens community bonds and the capacity of stakeholders in community-based organizations. The interdependence and interconnection between the species, the beach, and the community is fundamental to the long-term management of Grand Riviera Beach.
So for the past 3 years, we have been working closely with Teal from Arizona State University and her team to really better understand what's happening under the sand, the impact of available oxygen, carbon dioxide if it's not diffused through the sand properly, the temperature that impacts not just gender, but the nest being successful in terms of incubation. And all of this information is critical to allow us to better understand the dynamics of managing a high-density beach.
We want to thank you for coming to Grand Riviera for a 3rd year to do a conservation research project with the turtles, especially increasing the hatchling successful rate. I know this is going to extend on our behalf and getting more turtles up on Grand Riviera Beach. All the nests that was removed was vulnerable to the sea and to the river, and by you doing that, it helped increase the survival rate of turtles on Grand Riviera Beach.
I like the catching of the eggs. I like how we take our time and try to do our best. That's what we always do. Because we love this with our heart. It's not just something you do just for doing it. So something you love.
So I bought and grew here. I didn't know a lot, but after working here, I learned plenty things. I used to fear the turtles long time. I fear them no more. And I learned it. Every year I keep getting better. Probably next year I'll be a tour guide.
I am Kevin Mohammed. I am the Community Conservation Coordinator for the Grand Riviere Nature Tour Guide Association in Grand Riviere, Trinidad. The findings from this hatchery project are really going to be used for some policy and decision making, hopefully on government levels, as well as us who personally manage the nesting site. The main deliverables for me from this project was the amount of skills that were able to be shared with the community. So our skills are a little bit better. We understand more how the nesting site works, which will ultimately be in a position to better manage the nesting site going into the future. We're all very excited about the projects when they come about, but there's a really deep kind of community interest in the hatchlings that are emerged from the nesting site. We spend a lot of time looking after adult animals, and honestly, the net benefit for a nesting site is what it produces in the form of new life, recruitment for the stocks that are in the Atlantic Ocean. To better understand what we have in our back door every day of our life. We live on this site and we actually don't know what happens in it. So all these little findings that, as small as the projects may be, they have this, for us in this little sea turtle world in Grand Riviere, they create much larger initiatives and activities. It's been embraced by a wide cross-section of the community. We have people who don't normally do turtle projects who've jumped on board to help, because it takes quite a bit of resources, human resources that is, to go through this type of activity. Not just because Teal had funding to execute our project, it's been something that we've been looking at a long time, is what is the production levels of this nesting site. External projects are run on small islands or in small communities. The real leave behind and the real benefit for the community is the skills that we have, and that the project has value on a national level. It probably has more intrinsic value than whoever funds projects could imagine, because there's community bonding, there's community development that occurs from this. We're actually hoping that she can find more research projects that have value to her personal path in life, but also value to the Trinidad initiative and value to the sea turtle population as a whole.